probably get some fairly easy volleys to knock off.
And what you can't illustrate with numbers and graphics and various other things is confidence. And Medvedev is so confident right now. I don't think he's ever played as well as this. And he had a great line.
Hey everyone, so please do let me know if you can hear me, if it's all working perfectly fine. But we are currently watching Daniil Medvedev versus Dominic Thiem, the final match of the year, and it's between the two players who have really been in form in this tournament, both very deserving to be here today. Daniil Medvedev, of course, the only just out there from Daniil at love 15. 2-1 by the way to Daniil, still going on serve. But yeah, definitely the two best players in this tournament so far, both coming through very, let's say, entertaining semi-finals against two legends of the game, Novak Djokovic and Rafa Nadal. Dominic Thiem, of course, beating Novak in 3 sets, Daniil beating Rafa in 3 sets. Both seemed like they might lose. Dominic Thiem was love 4 down in the deciding set tiebreak against Novak, and still somehow managed to come through from love 4 down. Played an absolute blinding, let's say, 7 out of 8 points after that, especially at 5-4. That cross-court backhand, probably the best shot of the tournament, especially considering the situation and the pressure he was under. And Daniil Medvedev, of course, was facing a straight sets defeat. Rafa did serve for the match at 5-4 in the second set. Then Medvedev came back, broke to love, and ended up winning in 3 sets as well. Both players thoroughly deserving. I think it's probably a bit too soon to say the changing of the guard, but definitely after the big three, these are the two players who look most likely to break through. I know we have Tsitsipas and Sasha Zverev as well, but for me these are the two players who are most likely to, let's say, start winning big titles. Thiem, of course, already a Grand Slam champion, won the US Open earlier this year, and Daniil Medvedev has won 3 Masters 1000, but this would be the biggest tournament of his career so far if Daniil can take it. And just as I say that, Dominic Thiem hits a serve out wide, and it is 2-all in this opening set.
It's huge, and I think this is where.
Do join in on the live chat. Let me know what you think. Who do you think is the, let's say, the favorite to win this match? I did do a poll earlier on a few hours ago. Let's see the results of that as Daniil Medvedev takes the ascendancy in this rally so far. Thiem turning defense into attack brilliantly, but does hit a backhand straight into the net. So yeah, I put a poll out about 13 hours ago. 203 votes have been casted, and 52% think Dominic Thiem will win today, 48% think Daniil Medvedev, and I think that's about a good, let's say, reflection or prediction of the score. I do think Dominic Thiem is the slight favorite here, but it is almost a 50-50. So yeah, 52%, 48% sounds about right to me. From 203 votes, so that is quite a large sample we're going by. Dominic Thiem should have the, let's say, the experience being a Grand Slam champion. However, in terms of big titles, Medvedev has actually won an extra one, but all 3 have been Masters 1000. So this match really is, it could go either way. But yeah, let's see how it goes today. Let me know about your predictions in the live chat. I can see Ibrahim Afzar saying in the live chat, a lot of lengthy rallies, might be a long night. Yeah, for sure. I think we could be in for a long night, especially if it goes the distance. 24 minutes in already, and we're not even halfway through the first set. So if it does go to tiebreak sets, I can see each set taking they're like at least an hour there. But Daniil Medvedev seems quite comfortable so far in this 2-all game. He's 40 love up on serve, second serve. Let's watch the point. Goes down the middle, trading backhands now. Daniil Medvedev forehand, inside out forehand, but does drag it wide. 40-15, still fairly comfortable in this game so far. Medvedev hits another inside out forehand, this time into the net. So from 40 love it is 40-30, so a glimmer of hope in this game perhaps for Dominic Thiem.
When the ball is low and he's trying to be
It is 40-30.
easy for him to get the spin on it to bring the ball down. That's why sometimes he misses in the net.
Medvedev, another second serve here, goes out wide this time. Great backhand down the line. Thiem does manage to chase it down. Great defensive shot by Dominic Thiem. Thiem now goes down the line, just hits the net but manages to find its way over. Thiem in the ascendancy now. Daniil Medvedev is defending. They're both exchanging cross-court backhands against each other. Daniil now goes down the line. Thiem goes for the cross-court forehand. Both players now exchanging cross-court forehands. Seems to be sort of like in the mid part of the rally. Medvedev with a great forehand, now taking the ascendancy down the line. Now Thiem has to hit it up, overhead smash from Medvedev, and it goes straight into the net there. And from 40 love it is juice, and Medvedev really should have put that point away there. Had a relatively easy overhead smash, but it goes into the net. That rally there, 23 shots, so we definitely look like we're going to be in for a long night and a lot of long rallies, but that's what we want. Of course, we don't mind how long it is. It is the last match of the year, so there will be no more tennis or like to this level. There'll probably be amateur or juniors or etc., but no more tennis until 2021 now. So let's hope this last match of the year delivers. And of course, this is the last ever match being played at the O2 Arena in London. It's been the host of this tournament for 11 years. However, this is the final year. It is moving great, great little drop shot from Thiem, and he earns himself a break point from 40 love down. Thiem has earned himself a break point here. But yeah, just as I was saying, this is the final time this tournament is taking place in London. It is going to Turin in Italy from next year. A shame that there can be no crowds for this tournament this year because of the COVID-19 situation, but it's been a great tournament so far. Some thrilling matches been on display both in the round robins and both semi-finals. So yeah, let me know what's been your favorite match so far this tournament, or what do you think has been the best match so far this tournament. Wow, really sloppy there from Daniil. He does hit a double fault, giving Thiem a very, let's say, unlikely break from 40 love. Medvedev blows that and Thiem goes 3-2 up in this opening set.
When I watch Medvedev, I always feel that when he's dealing with adversity, his temperament is always sort of bubbling under the surface.
So 3-2 to Dominic Thiem here in this opening set. The early break of serve going to Thiem, and that was really a very sloppy game for Medvedev. 40 love, he did have that overhead smash at 40-30, which he really should have put away. And even the 2 points before that, unforced errors, trying to go for the inside out forehand, once hitting out, the other time hitting the net. I can see Gold Wolf has joined the chat. Welcome to the chat, welcome to the final. He's written, I guess I'm cheering for Thiem. I can't forgive Mehdi for beating my hero Nadal. Ash, great question there, asking, does anyone know if Thiem can move up to world number 2 if he wins? No, he cannot. As you can see from my screen, Thiem is currently on 9,125 points. And Rafa's on 9,850. The winner of this match will win 500 ranking points. So if Thiem was to win, he would go on 9,625, which still puts him 225 points behind Rafa. So Even if Thiem wins, he will not become world number 2, he will remain world number 3. Likewise with Medvedev, as you can see, he's on 7,970. If he wins, he will go on 8,470, still not enough to overtake Dominic Thiem. So the rankings will stay as they are. Novak will end the year, of course, as number 1, Rafa will end it as number 2, Thiem as number 3, and Daniil Medvedev will be number 4 no matter the outcome. So this match has no relevance in terms of ranking changes for the top 4. SSSBBB saying, Tamid, I think this is a really good method of growing your channel. I really do appreciate it. Of course, I did my first ever live stream was for the French Open final between Novak and Rafa. I really enjoyed it. I was very surprised how many people joined the live stream, which for me was excellent, and it was really nice for me as well, because normally, wow, overhead smash from Medvedev, but Thiem gets it back, but not the second one, and love 15 here for Medvedev. He really wanted to break back nice and early. But yeah, it was very, it was a great experience for me. Of course, the final did not live up to expectations, but you know, the opposite was me watching it on my own, and there was a lot of great comments, a lot of people sharing their thoughts. So it was like, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought I would do it again for this week. I've tried doing as many as possible this week. I think this is my 5th one for this week, and then yeah, I've really enjoyed each one. I didn't have, I'll be honest with you, Medvedev goes into the net 15 all here. I didn't have high expectations because of course the World Tour final is not as big as a Grand Slam, but I thought, let's see how it goes, and I really wanted to get as much content and have as many conversations with you guys as possible. And yeah, I've been very surprised, a lot of views. We did break the record. We had more viewers for one of the matches this week than we did for the French Open final. At one point we had over 100 people on the stream, which was, you know, at a given time. Of course, through the stream we've always broken the, let's say, 2,000 viewers mark, people coming in and out, but yeah, we had over 100 people on the stream, and of course it's been a really pleasant experience for me. So definitely there will be more of this. Of course, now we have the winter break, unfortunately, but as soon as tennis starts again, we are going to do more live streams, and I hope the quality will get better. I have purchased a webcam, so that will be arriving soon. For my initial few live streams, I was using my webcam on my laptop. Right now I'm using an external one, which I've borrowed from a friend, but I have got my own one coming as well. And then I will look to I don't know, let me know what you guys think about the lighting, anything like that. The audio is what I'm planning to improve next. I plan to get a mic and really, let's say, enhance the viewers experience over the winter break. So I do hope that, you know, you will enjoy the content, and you will let's say prefer the, let's say, new and improved content on this channel. As you know, we are trying to get to 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Amazing progress. This week I think we've gained like almost 50 new subscribers, and we are so close now to 3,000 subs. I think we're on 2,970 or so. A bit of a loose forehand there from Dominic, so 40-30. Perhaps a bit of a opportunity for Medvedev if he wins the next point, but yeah, as I was saying, sorry, we're about 30 subscribers away from the magical 3,000 subs mark, and that's something we're trying to achieve before the end of the year. Let's see how that goes. Ash saying perhaps a Thiem win today could give him a chance to move up to 2 sometime before the Australian Open if there are big enough tournaments in January. Yeah, for sure it can. However, I don't think I think the Australian Open is too soon for Thiem, simply because the only tournament that I know happen is probably the Qatar Open, or generally the ATP Cup. However, I don't think there will be a big enough tournament. I mean, look, he's only 225 behind, so potentially he can win a 250 if one was to happen before the Australian Open. But yeah, that's a really good point actually. Thank you for sharing with us. But yeah, let's see if there's the ATP Cup, then yeah, that could be an option as well. He doesn't have many point defending a lot of points from the Australian Open or the ATP Cup. Great serve down the middle. It was juice, but now it's advantage Dominic Thiem. Not an awful lot of play I'm predicting before the Australian Open. We're still waiting to find out if the Australian Open will go ahead. I think it will, but there's been a few discussions about whether or not it will, the 2-week quarantine period, and whether or not to play the Australian Open in April. So yeah, we're just waiting to find out the latest on that. Great to see we've hit double digits so far. 10 viewers on the live stream. That's awesome stuff, and already 6 thumbs up as well. So if I could kindly ask, if you haven't already, please do drop that like button and that thumbs up. It really does then help YouTube promote it to a wider audience, and you know, the live stream will grow, more discussions will happen, and of course it helps the channel grow as well, which is awesome. G saying Thiem is going to win. Let's just watch this point. Great volley there from Daniil, and it is juice again on this 3-2 game. G saying Thiem is going to win. He's wearing Medvedev down in the long rallies and hardly missing. It has been a bright start for Dominic. Of course, he's got the slight advantage in this opening set at 40-all. However, if Daniil's getting tired after 5 games, then I would be very, very surprised. But yeah, as I said a little earlier, we did do a live we did do a poll on this match. Over 200 people let's say voted within the first like 13 hours, and it is 52% in favor of Dominic Thiem and 48% in favor of Daniil Medvedev, which for me makes a lot of sense. I think this match is a little bit of a 50-50, with Dominic being the slight favorite. So wow, what a forehand there from Dominic at juice. So he's got another game point here. But yeah, for me, 52% chance for Dominic is just about right. He's the slight favorite. However, I would say this match is very close. As you can see from my screen, the head-to-head between the pair, they've played each other 4 times. Dominic leading the head-to-head 3-1. On hard courts, they faced each other 3 times. Dominic leading 2-1 in terms of hard court head-to-head. We're just going to watch this point. It's game point to Dominic on his own serve. Serve down the middle, Medvedev. Return goes long, and it's 4-2 in this opening set. And Thiem is 2/3 of the way there in terms of winning this opening set. Only 2 service holds required for Dominic.
The shape of the next season will be that the first Grand Slam Championship will be in Australia from January the 18th to the 31st. Those are the proposed dates.
Let me know where you're watching, by the way, from. We have a very varied audience here. It seems to be like the least amount of people on this channel are from the UK, which is quite funny, as I'm from the UK. But I mean, there's people from India, Asia, USA, quite a few people from USA. So yeah, let me know where it is you're watching from, and also what the time is where you're watching. Great little drop shot there from Daniil Medvedev to go 15 love up at 4-2. Welcome to the live stream, SJ. You have been here almost, I think you've been here every single live stream. So yeah, great stuff, SJ, and always a pleasure having you on here and sharing your thoughts with us. I know you were a little bit disappointed with the result yesterday, but yeah, let's see how today goes. I can see you're supporting Dominic Thiem, so a bright start for your man. Ibrahim saying he's watching from UK. That's awesome. Well, London as well. Yeah, so I'm from London, so that's great to have a local fellow tennis fan, let's say. Wow, great volley there from Daniil to go 30-15 up. Thiem applauding the shot himself. It was a great serve out wide. Thiem did get a nice return down, nice height on the ball as well. But Daniil, brilliant little volley there to hit the ball just over. Great serve there from Daniil. 40-15 now. He was 40 love up in the previous service game, but then did end up getting broken. So 40-15. Let's see if he can close out this time round. Good serve out wide, and Thiem hits the return long, and it is 4-3 in this opening set. SJ, well, he's replying to Ash there saying I don't think he can catch Rafa, because Rafa did pretty well here and reached the semis. So yeah, I mean, like, look, the live rankings is on the screen. So Dominic Thiem would need to win this match, and then he'd be 225 points behind Rafa, which means if there was an ATP 250 before the Australian Open, potentially it could happen. That's given if Rafa doesn't play anything before the Australian Open. If we have the ATP Cup, then Thiem's got a decent enough chance. I mean, look, it's a team competition, and I don't know any other Austrian players. So, but yeah, Rafa, of course, reaching the semi-final last year with Spain. So I don't think he'll be adding too many points, perhaps. But yeah, we'll see. But I do think, and even at the Australian Open, it'll be difficult for Thiem to, let's say, overtake Rafa unless he wins it. His probably his only chance is if he wins the tournament. He's of course defending a runner-up spot. No points will be dropped for Australia, meaning that he's got those 1200 secured, so he's not going to lose any points, and can only gain 800 more if he wins the entire tournament. Rafa only defending a quarter-final, which is 360 points, so Rafa has a lot more of a chance to gain points during the Australian Open. Novak Djokovic can't gain or lose anything, but as you can see, he's over 2,000 points ahead of Rafa. So, just with the Australian Open alone, cannot lose that world number one spot to Rafa. However, he's still not guaranteed to overtake the 310 weeks of Roger, but I'd say that's probably a 90, 95, 98% chance he's going to do it at this point. The key date for Novak to defeat Roger is March the 8th, by the way. So he needs to hold on to that world number one ranking until at least March the 8th to confirm that he will break Roger's number one record. So Thiem now serving at 4-3. Return goes wide from or out long from Daniil Medvedev and 15 love. Thiem of course just needs to keep 2 service games, just needs to hold twice, and he's going to be halfway there in terms of winning his first ever World Tour finals. He's of course in his let's say back-to-back final. He did play the final last year, a final I was actually very lucky to have witnessed live myself. I was in the stadium. I was watching Thiem versus Tsitsipas last year. Unfortunately I could not go this year because of course there's no fans, and yeah, little did I know I'd watched the last ever match in the O2 that allowed fans in, so I did watch that match. He did lose in 3 sets. Great match there, into his back-to-back final, the first player to let's say make 2 finals in a row in this competition since Novak Djokovic back in 2015. And yeah, let's see if he can win the second biggest tournament of his career. He is the defending US Open champion, but I mean, look, so he's won 17 titles compared to 8 from Daniil, so he's won more than half. However, when you look at big titles, and big titles are defined by Grand Slams, World Tour Finals, Masters 1000s, and the Olympic gold. Hold to love there from Thiem, by the way, so 5-3. But yeah, big titles are defined by those tournaments. So out of those 17 titles that Dominic has won, it's actually quite a relatively low amount of big titles. He's only won 2 big titles, of course the biggest being the US Open, and the other one being the Indian Wells Masters 1000. Daniil Medvedev, from those 8 titles, 3 of them have been big ones. However, no Grand Slams. All 3 of them have been Masters 1000s. So he won the Cincinnati Masters 1000 and the Shanghai Masters 1000 last year, and this year he's won the Paris Masters 1000. So yeah, still not won a slam, but he's won 3 Masters, and this would be Medvedev's biggest win. Hi there, Raja, welcome to the chat. By the way, he's saying I'm already excited for Thiem versus Rafa at the French Open 2021. That could be fireworks if, let's say, Thiem gets into that match fresh and not fatigued from any previous long matches. That could be a very, very interesting match there. A question I'm going to ask you is, who has more of a chance to win the French Open, Dominic Thiem or Novak Djokovic? I think it's pretty clear now that Rafa Nadal is by far the biggest favorite in the French Open, but then the only 2 other players I would say that have any sort of realistic chance of winning it is Novak and Dominic. So I would say that's the 3 players that could probably win the next year's French Open. But who is the second favorite? Is it Novak or is it Dominic Thiem? Question for the chat there. SJ saying he's excited for Thiem, Rafa, Novak and Roger all fighting for the Australian Open. Also saying, what's everyone's opinion on the ATP Cup? I was skeptical when it was first announced, but it actually gave some great competition and quality tennis, so many emotions. Yeah, I think the ATP Cup was a bit of a revelation. I was pretty much in the same boat as you. Didn't really have high hopes. However, by the way, Medvedev has held there, so he is 5-4, and Dominic will be serving for the first set now. Of course, Rafa was in the same scoreline yesterday against Daniil Medvedev in the second set, serving for the match. Was not able to close it out. But yeah, the ATP Cup, I thought it was great. I think the partisan crowd was really good. It was a bit more like, let's say, Olympic style crowd, you know, countries going against countries. So I was really pleased, and I think it is the perfect lead up or warm up tournament for the Australian Open. I don't think it's a argument of ATP Cup versus Davis Cup. For me, it's more of a ATP Cup versus Hopman Cup, and I think the ATP Cup was simply a much better tournament than the Hopman Cup. Of course, with ranking points involved as well, they managed to get the big players all taking part in a team event, and for me it was a really good event and the perfect warm-up event for the Australian Open. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the ATP Cup, and I hope it does stay. I see Matt Reggie saying hopefully there will be an Australian Open next year. Nothing is certain nowadays. Yep, like I would be very surprised if it didn't happen, especially as both the US Open and the French Open, you know, the organizers managed to make sure the tournament happens this year. So for me, it'd be very surprising if Australia couldn't, you know, figure out a way to do it next year. There's discussions about changing the dates, etc., but I think it should go ahead when it is January. No Thiem will buy Australian Open. I'm rooting for Thiem. He's a classy dude. I like him very much. Sadiq saying Thiem. Thiem is my second favorite player. That's what Sadiq is saying. Sanjeev, good question there. I can see Gold Wolf saying the Davis Cup is better. I don't know. I think I preferred the ATP Cup. The Davis Cup was good, but I thought the coverage was pretty awful. It was on Rakuten TV. I think it was very difficult to watch from the UK. And also, you know, generally when you go on Google, you write in the tournament's name or a player who's currently playing in the tournament, you can see the whole breakdown, the tournament's schedule, which matches are taking place at what time. I think the Davis Cup scored a massive own goal by having nothing on Google. You could not write Davis Cup, and you know, it just shows you all everything on Google like every other tournament does. Even the Laver Cup does that. But yeah, the Davis Cup seemed to have forgotten that or something, so I think yeah, they missed out on that. Sanjeev saying Australian Open, who will win? I think this will be the most open Australian Open. Of course, big favourites will be probably Novak, Thiem, Medvedev. You've got to put Rafa in there and Roger as well, but I think for me the three biggest favourites will probably be Novak Djokovic, Dominic Thiem, Danu Medvedev and Rafa Nadal actually. So yeah, that's the four favourites for me. Wouldn't be surprised if any of them won. Of course, 15-all by the way in this game for Dominic. Of course, if Rafa was to win the Australian Open, that would be pretty huge for him. It'd be a double career Grand Slam, and you'd expect him to go on and win the French Open as well, and then he'd be on 22 slams. And I think if by a French Open next year Rafa is on 22 slams, I just think he will end the year, end his career with the most slams. I don't think Roger will win 3 more. I don't think Novak will win 6 or 7 more. Well, he can, but I think Rafa will then still add more from that 22. But yeah, that win would be awesome. And 15-30 here for Medvedev on this current game, so definitely has an opportunity here. Can he get the break like he did yesterday against Rafa? Sorry if I'm missing any of your questions, by the way. There's quite a few comments flooding in. Please do drop them in again if you can, and I will try answer it. Of course, important game happening here, so yeah, I'm just finding it hard. Thiem goes down the middle with the serve. Medvedev gets the return. If Medvedev wins this point, he will get 2 breakback points. So great angle there from Dominic. Medvedev hits the net, upset with himself a little bit, and is 30-all in this a very crucial game. Thiem, of course, serving for the opening set. I can see brilliant stuff. 14 people on this live stream right now. That is awesome stuff, and it will keep growing. I can see 11 likes as well, 11 thumbs up. If you haven't already, please do drop a thumbs up. What it does is it then helps promote the channel to a bigger audience. Because of the engagement, YouTube will promote it to other people or other tennis fans that they think will enjoy the content. So please do drop a thumbs up if you haven't already, and of course please do subscribe if you haven't. We are trying to get to 3,000 subs before the end of the year. We're only 30 away now. This week has been fantastic. I think we've gained 50 new tennis fans on this channel, so yeah, we're very close to the, let's say, 3,000 point magical mark. 40-30 for Dominic Thiem here, serving for the set. First serve goes long, will be a second serve for Danil to take a look at. It was 15-30, Thiem winning the last 2 points. So 40-30 for Dominic Thiem here. Let's see how he does. Second serve, lands in towards Medvedev's backhand. They're sharing backhand. Medvedev goes for the forehand now. Exchanging forehands, both players. Cross court to cross court. Medvedev goes down now with a powerful forehand. Thiem somehow gets it back, but gets great depth on it. Medvedev. Oh! Wow! That is some way to win it, and Medvedev, he finds the fun side. Both players are laughing. So, wow! I think neither Thiem would not have wanted to win it like that. But what happens is Medvedev rushing towards the net. Thiem was in the back foot, and then hits a shot which Medvedev really probably would have put away. Easy volley for Medvedev, but it hits the top of the net, and then it deflects over, goes over Medvedev's racket, and Thiem wins the opening set 6-4.
And he gave us the most wonderful run into this championship where he was unbeatable, and he finished the year as the world number one because of that victory. It was a straight playoff for world number one. That's the trophy on the right.
They're just showing the highlights of when Murray won the 2016 World Tour Finals, which was the first ever time the final match of the year was a playoff for the year-end number one.
Hopefully those days will return. Not here at the O2, it moves to Turin next year. We came here in 2009.
So showing the previous champions. Of course, we're going to have a sixth new champion in 6 years, or sixth different champion rather. Novak in 2015, Murray in 2016, Dimitrov in 17, Zverev in 18, Tsitsipas in 19, and now either Thiem or Medvedev in 2020. Thiem is looking good for his money. But yeah, that net court was and it was great to see that both players could see the funny side, so that was awesome to see. Of course, Thiem did not mean it, or would never have actually wanted to win the set like that, but a little bit of luck, fortune favors the brave, as they say. So yeah, Dominic Thiem wins the opening set and now is halfway towards winning his first ever World Tour Finals. Am I correct in saying that Thiem won the first set last year as well? I know he went to a third set tiebreak or third set decider, but I'm pretty sure he won the last set last year as well. Oh no, I think Tsitsipas may have won it. I'm not sure.
If the Australian Open is to take place in January, I still think Djokovic is the favourite, but
great little exchange there from Danil and Dominic at the end of that set. Yeah, it was look, it's very unfortunate how it ended, but I'm glad they both saw the funny side of it, especially Danil.
Came from a set down to beat Nadal last night. To do the same tonight, he's going to need to improve the serving.
NB saying if Rafa wins the Australian Open, he could complete his double career Grand Slam. Yes, of course he can, and that would be quite the achievement if he were to complete that double career Grand Slam, for sure. Yesterday was the first time in 71 matches that Rafa Nadal won the opening set but still lost the match. The first time in 71 matches. So that's what Medvedev achieved yesterday, coming from a set down and beating Rafa. A set and a breakdown. Rafa did serve for the match. $15-all in this opening game. Daniil Medvedev opening the set for us. So far in the ascendancy in this point, really good forehands. Thiem sticking in with his defense. We all know Thiem to be a very aggressive attacking player, but by no means don't think he has a great defense. He's got a wonderful defense.
Medvedev was always dictating there, but Thiem was hanging in there, asking questions. Just the 29 shots.
SJ saying, how likely do you guys think it is that Novak's stamina problems continue into Australian Open next year. I don't know if it's stamina problems or just Novak's in a bit of a slump. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure if it was stamina this year. I don't know. He just maybe had a bit of a slump, especially after getting that year-end number one. I don't know. But it is. It's a little bit, let's say, telling that now he is losing matches more consistently. I think he's, we're never going to have another year of dominance from Novak. I don't think so. Like a year like 2015 or 2011. I think a lot of people thought this year could be that type of year. Of course, did not turn out that way. And I just think these guys, Medvedev, Thiem, Tsitsipas, Zverev, they can start beating him. Maybe not in slams consistently as yet, or perhaps they can, but definitely in like these Masters 1000 World Tour finals. I think they've proved it now that they are up there with the big boys.
With the same coach, Gilles Savara, since 2014, so there's good continuity and a solid base.
Cosplay time capsule saying Djokovic always comes back. He will do good at the Australian Open. Yeah, that is funny. Like, look, Novak has not won the World Tour finals now for the last 5 years. And like last year he didn't win it. The year before that he didn't win it. But he's gone on to win the Australian Open the following year. So for sure, I don't think this has any bearings on what happens at the Australian Open. As always, Novak will go into as probably the favourite, but yeah, I think it's way too early for to write off Novak. I remember a lot of people did after last year, and last year was probably a worse year-end finish for Novak. After going out in the round robin stage of this tournament, losing both or two matches against Thiem and Federer, and crashing out. So definitely too soon to write off Novak. Sam Teddy saying, just woke up, how's the match so far? Yeah, it's been a pretty good match, decent quality, not explosive or hasn't lit up, I'd say, just yet, but very, very close, and Thiem just about edged it in the opening set, I'd say, but definitely not being a, let's say, one-sided affair. Wow, Medvedev had to have the legs for that. Unfortunately, could not get it back, and it is 30-15 to Dominic in his opening service game. SJ saying that quarantine really destroyed Novak's 2020. Yeah, I think look, before the quarantine, I think Novak was playing incredible stuff. I reckon he would have probably gone on to win at least one of Miami or Indian Wells. Definitely Wimbledon was a massive miss for Novak. And then what happened at the US Open with the default, things just started going downhill for Novak. So definitely, and of course I think he lost 25 weeks as world number one because of the lockdown and where the rankings froze. So Novak has probably been affected, he's been affected a lot by COVID-19. And otherwise he probably would have already had the record of most weeks as number one. Probably would have added another Wimbledon perhaps to his tally, but he stays on 17, and now it's a year on. The next gen players and Dominic Thiem seem to be getting closer and closer, but let's see. A question I always ask is, do you think Novak is more likely to win the Australian Open or Wimbledon? I know, of course, he's been the king of Australian Open in recent years, won 8 Australian Opens compared to 5 at Wimbledon, but I just feel like the competition on hard courts now is so much greater than on grass. I feel like the next gen have not figured out grass yet, and for me Novak would still be would be a bigger favourite at Wimbledon than on the Australian Open. 40-30 here for Dominic.
Another poor unforced errors that we haven't seen from Medvedev this week. Second serve, third ball.
Some great banter and chat happening in the chat. If you're on the stream, please do join in the discussions taking place in the chat as Dominic Thiem holds his opening service game, and it is 1-1. A question for anyone watching: does anyone know where I can potentially get a, let's say, a scoreboard that just updates? I know it's quite difficult, but a scoreboard that's easier than me manually having to do it each and every time. Maybe it's like I press a button, and even if there was points where all I had to do was press a button and then it goes 15 love, and like a smart scoreboard, 15 love, 30-15, I tap whichever button and then it would translate into games and then sets and then the beginning of the next set, rather than of course me just manually punching it in every single time. 32 viewers. Wow, we've had a bit of a spike here. Really glad to have all the, let's say, new faces. I hope you do enjoy it. Do take part in the live chat. There's a great discussions happening, great banter, great community we have here, so please do take part in the live chat. And of course, I hope you continue to enjoy watching this ATP World Tour Finals with us, the final match of 2020. What a year it has been. But yeah, this is how we're ending it, and I think both finalists are very deserving to be here. Definitely the two best players in this tournament so far. Daniil Medvedev still unbeaten. He won all 3 round robins, and of course that semi against Rafa yesterday. What a transformation from last year, where he did not have a great World Tour Finals debut last year. He lost all 3 matches. A bit funny because last year, of course, Daniil had that amazing summer where he was winning pretty much every tournament there is. Missed out at the US Open final against Rafa, but then he won Shanghai, but then Paris he lost in the first round last year, and then World Tour Finals he lost all 3 matches. So he had a really, let's say, slump at the last 2 tournaments of last year. This year has been a bit of the opposite. I don't think he's had a great 2020, especially by the expectations we all put on him. I think he had a poor 2020, and in the 2 tournaments he ended the year last year with very poorly. Great backhand down the line there from Daniil, so he does take this game, and it is 2-1 now, still on serve in this second set. A set, of course, Daniil must win. But yeah, the 2 tournaments that he sort of had the slump in last year, he's won Paris, and now he's in the final of the World Tour Finals. So Daniil probably one of the players who benefited a lot from the, let's say, COVID-19 ranking system, because he did not drop any of those points, and he didn't perform anywhere near as well as he did last year. Still kept all those points, and probably those points from last year is what qualified him for this year's World Tour Finals, kept him in the top 8, and then now, of course, he's already added 1,000 points already. He's gained 600 points from 3 round robin wins and another 400 from his semi-final win. Can potentially add 500 more. So Daniil is looking like, for me, a big threat for the world #1 spot in the, let's say, first half of next year perhaps. A big bulk of his points come in the second half of the season. That's from 2019 and in 2020, where he's won Paris and a really good run here. So Daniil Medvedev has essentially already added another Masters 1000 this year. I'm saying that because this tournament alone has given him 1,000 ranking points, the same amount of ranking points you would receive if you win a Masters 1000. So yeah, Medvedev ends the year essentially with the ranking points of 2 more Masters 1000 on top of Shanghai and Cincinnati, the points he's kept for both of them. So yeah, Medvedev is looking like potentially could challenge for that #1 spot in the beginning half of next season. Great to see that we're Karthik. Thank you for the great comment. Karthik has written, congrats on the 2.96k subs, just 40 more. Yep, I think we're almost pushing 2.97 now, so only 30 more subs. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, check out the content, see if you enjoy it, and try and do that subscribe button. Press that subscribe button. We are trying to get to 3,000 subs before the end of the year. I can see we've had a big spike lately on the live stream. Please do join in. I will clean my glasses. Someone's writing on the comments, clean my glasses. I don't know if it's the reflection or not, but I will clean it. But yeah, we've had a bit of a spike. I can see 50 people now on the live stream joining on the chat. If you haven't already, please do hit that thumbs up button. It really does help promote the channel to a broader audience. YouTube sees that engagement and then will suggest it. Great backhand passing shot there from Dominic. But yeah, please do hit that thumbs up button. It does help YouTube spread the, let's say, live stream to a new audience. So yeah, that would be awesome if you guys could do that. And let's try get to let's say 20 thumbs up. We're on 13 thumbs up. We're already on 15 now, so 2 more people have 16 now. Awesome stuff, guys. Thank you. So let's try get to 20 thumbs up. That would be awesome. Sorry if I'm missing some of the live chat. I am trying to read as many as I can. J space JJ, so 3 J's. He's writing Rafa's chances at the Australian Open question mark. So he's asking what does everyone think of Rafa's chances? I think he's got a good chance. I think he'll be one of the favourites. I think the 4 favourites for the Australian Open will be Novak, Dominic Thiem, Danu Medvedev and Rafa Nadal. The order I would put it in would probably be Novak Djokovic as still the slight favourite, followed very closely by Dominic Thiem, and then I'd probably have Rafa as the 3rd favourite, and then Danu Medvedev as the 4th favourite, only because Rafa has that experience, of course, 20-time Grand Slam winner. But yeah, I'd had him as the 3rd favourite for the Australian Open. But for me, the 4 favourites, if any of those 4 were to win, I wouldn't be surprised. Of course, we still can't discount Roger Federer out. In 2017, he did come back from a similar type of layoff, but still end up winning it as the seeded 17th for the tournament, I believe. So yeah, we can't discount Roger. However, it is 4 years on since that victory. So yeah, let's see how Roger's comeback takes place. But I am excited to have Roger back on the tour. Great forehand winner there from Daniil, and it is 15 love at, sorry, I must have forgotten to update the scoreboard. It is 15 love at 2-all in this 2nd set. Medvedev, of course, Juan saying hola from Finland. Are you a Spanish speaker in Finland? Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Let me know. But yeah, hola, my friend.
Bouncing higher and to be able to generate probably a little bit more power from up high, where you can get 2 hands on it. You can use that left hand for the.
Gold Wolf saying his let's say top predictions for the Australian Open, the top favourites. He's put Thiem as the number 1 favourite, followed by Danu Medvedev as number 2, Rafa at number 3, and Novak at number 4. So that's Gold Wolf's predictions. Let me know about your predictions and your order, let's say, for the Australian Open. So I think all of us will probably go for these 4 players who reached the semis of this tournament as our favourites. Great backhand there from Dominic, but Medvedev does get it back. 30 love, great forehand from Dominic down the line and wins the point, but still 30-15 to Danu Medvedev in this game. But yeah, let me know about your Australian Open, let's say the order. So out of these 4 players, Roger, let's put him as number 5. But yeah, for me, these are the 4 players who are the big favourites for the Australian Open. Karen saying hello from Barbados. Awesome. I didn't even know I had subscribers from Barbados, but awesome. I always see Barbados as a bit of a holiday resort, so must be a beautiful destination or place to live, and one day I do hope to visit there. Juan saying soy cubano, so he's Cuban and he's well, so I'm really glad to hear that. And also, Juan, I'm really happy to have you here. Let's say soy inglés y vivo en Inglaterra y yo veo tenis en la televisión. Sorry, I've been practicing my Spanish a little bit. Hopefully I will be a much better speaker soon, but yeah, let's see. I've always been interested. Thiem did have a break point there, but he is now juice on this Medvedev serve. He managed to save the break point with an ace down the middle. Gold Wolf, another Gold Wolf now, so there seems to be a few Gold Wolves on this live chat. He's put Novak as 1, Thiem as 2, Medvedev as 3, Murray as 4, and Rafa as 5. Cosplay for the Australian Open, Novak as 1, Dominic as 2, Zverev as 3rd favourite, Rafa as 4th, Tsitsipas as 5th, and Federer as 6th. So for cosplay, Medvedev does not even make it into the top 6 favourites for the Australian Open. Bit of a surprising omission, I must say, but I mean, each to our own. great, let's say, passing shot attempt from Dominic. Medvedev gets a racket on it but cannot get the volley away, and it is juice at 2-all in this game.
With perfect technique, it would have been done. You would have nailed that.
Gold Wolf, look, I don't even know which Gold Wolf it is anymore. Su español es bien, amigo. Muchas gracias. Yo aprendo español en la noche y yeah, I'm trying to get better at it. I've been actually reading a few articles in Spanish. I understand. Yo entiendo muy poco. I understand very little, but I'm trying my best to get there soon, hopefully. But yeah, I've always been a fan of languages. I know two, of course, but both to a, let's say, native level. I was born with them, so I never actually learned a language. But yeah, Spanish is definitely, I'm trying to learn it or become conversational at least maybe in about 3 or 4 months. Let's see how I can do. Great shot there from Thiem, and it is now juice. But yeah, I'm trying to learn it. The Russian was a very interesting one. I learned like da and a few words in Russian, but yeah, let's see. Juan say, mi hija es tenista, encantado de conocerte. So I think what you're saying is your daughter is a tennis player or a tennis lover. Who loves the court? I don't know. Sorry, I can't understand the last bit. But yeah, yo juego al tenis, pero ahora no juego porque cuarentena. Porque es cuarentena. I don't know. But yeah. Advantage to Medvedev here, but cannot gain. Will this be another costly game? So of course, as you know, the one game that Medvedev was broken in the opening set was he was 40 love up in that game and he ended up losing. So yeah, let's see if all these game points that Medvedev is missing is going to turn out to be a little bit costly for him here. But great play there from Danu, and does set up another game point here. Cosplay saying after guys lose a big final they don't often come back. Yeah, I think I know what you're trying to say here, but for me, Medvedev had that blip last year, so he's essentially getting a second bite at the cherry this year. He's had that experience, you know. Medvedev does hold, by the way, so he's 3-2. But yeah, for me, what I'm saying is, so after last year, a few people did predict Medvedev would have a slump, and he did. But he was very lucky in the sense that he didn't lose any ranking points or any spots because of the COVID-19 situation. And now he's had another little, let's say, run like he did last year, where he's won Paris and now reached the finals of the World Tour finals. So for me now, he has that second bite at the cherry next year. So I don't think he will have that slump like last year. Arindam Raha, thanks for leaving a comment. He's saying his all AO favourites in the order is Rafa Novak as number 1 favourite, followed by Rafa as number 2, Thiem as number 3, Medvedev as 4, Federer as 5th, Tsitsipas as 6th, Rublev as 7th, and Sasha as 8th. So that's his favourite. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Yeah, similar to my one, except I flipped Thiem and Rafa. So I had Novak as first, Thiem as second, Rafa as third, and Dominic and Medvedev as fourth. JJJ asking how many years does Rafa and Novak have left at the top. So I don't know. Let's see if they're going to still dominate the slams and win like 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4 every single year. But I think at the top they definitely have 2 or 3 years left. I don't think they'll be winning every single slam. We'll see more slams being won by the likes of Dominic Thiem, probably Daniil Medvedev, Tsitsipas, these younger guys. But for me, I think another 2-3 years at the top, where they're still competing and winning slams. I think Rafa still has at least 3 years where he'll probably enter the French Open as the favourite. I'm not saying he's going to win the next 3 French Open. I would be surprised if he did not add at least 1 or 2 more French Opens. But yeah, definitely will still be there or thereabouts. JJ saying Rafa does well in odd years. It's quite an interesting fact. 2013, 17, 19, yeah. Well, I think he had a pretty good year in 2010 as well, where he won the, if I'm not mistaken, in 2010 Rafa won the French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open in 2010. So that was one of those years. Joan saying quarantina quiero apoyar tu canal de YouTube. So quiero, I want apoyar. What is apoyar? Is that the verb to appear? I don't know. My YouTube channel basically. So apoyar is a verb I need to learn. Three two to the new Medvedev in this second set. By the way, Thiem now serving. He is 15 love up and make that 30 love up. Karthik saying there is a big possibility for AO to get cancelled or rescheduled as Victorian Premier refuses to provide a date for players' arrival. Hope it happens. If it does get postponed, does your order change? Well, then it's more of a case of you'll have to see how the other players are performed, because if it gets postponed to say April or something, which is what I'm hearing, you're going to have to see how in January, February, March the players are performing. But yeah, I mean, I hope it does not get postponed, and I'd like as few interruptions or disturbances, let's say, to the schedule as possible. We're on 18 thumbs up. That's awesome. If you haven't already, please do hit that thumbs up. Let's try get it to 20 thumbs up. And of course, as you know, if you hit the thumbs up, it helps the channel grow a lot. We're also about 32 or 33 subscribers away from 3,000 subscribers. It would be really great to get that. Our target is to get to 3,000 before the end of the year, and that'd be awesome. As you know, of course, this is the final tennis match of 2020. No more tennis. However, content will still be on this channel. I'll be probably making at least one video a week. I've got a few ideas, so if you have any video suggestions, you can drop them in the actual comment section. Lots of things. So we've done this live stream, let's say, for this week. I'm thinking of, so I always answer interesting questions and look at stats and facts. If you look through my channel history, you'll be finding those types of videos. If you have any interesting content that you want me to make, drop it in there. And yeah, I'm planning a few things. I'm also planning, one of the things is to see if I should stream myself playing the Australian Open tennis game on the PS4, doing like a career mode. Let me know if that's something you'd potentially be interested in. Of course, with myself, like a voiceover and a chat function. And the other thing is I do want to start a little quiz up, of course, all tennis related, and everyone here can take part, free of course. And a bit of a sloppy forehand there from the news. So at 3-all it is love 15, and yeah, do a little quiz system and we can see who wins in this channel, who is the smartest, or let's say most knowledgeable in terms of a tennis quiz. Is that something you would be interested in taking part in? Of course, it'd be a live stream on YouTube. You'd be playing along on your phone or something. You'd have to have the live stream up on maybe another device or something, or another tab, playing along on your phone or your computer, and yeah, we can see who wins the quiz. It'd be something like, in which year did so-and-so win a Grand Slam, or in which year did, let's say, who won the 2015 Wimbledon, or something like that. You'd have multiple choice and you'd have to pick. I can see we've just passed 2,970 subscribers, so only 30 left, guys. Really awesome stuff. So we're on exactly right now 2,971 subscribers. That is awesome. We're also 19 thumbs up, so who is going to be thumbs up number 20? That would be great. Karthik saying he's all down for a tennis trivia or a tennis quiz, let's say. Yeah, I'll let you know. That is something I'm working on, but it'd be awesome to have you guys all on there. Let's see if I can get a sponsor for a prize, perhaps. I don't know. If I could get a sponsor for a prize, maybe give away a tennis racket or some tennis merchandise or something like that as a first prize, and just have a nice quiz with everyone. Let's see how that would work out. Ooh, forehand long there from Daniil Medvedev, and it is now 30-40 in this game at 3-all. So Dominic has a break point here, and if he goes a set and a break up, he'd be in a very strong position to win. Of course, Medvedev was a set and a break down against Rafa and still ended up winning yesterday. But yeah, this could be terminal for Medvedev if he loses this next point. Great shot there, great volley from from Medvedev, and wow, Thiem puts away a very simple, let's say, passing shot from the net. And yeah, wow, it's juice. Medvedev saves the break point.
What a great block.
Is commonly known as a pair of twos.
Vamsi has put down some ideas for videos: top 10 matches of the year, top 10 flops of the year, future stars, most improved players, a video ranking change during the year. Yeah, that's some brilliant ideas, and yeah, definitely some. Can you do me a favor, Vamsi? Could you write that as an actual comment down below on this video? It probably is going to get lost in the chat, but yeah, please do, if you can, drop that same comment, copy and paste it into the actual comment section of this video. That would be awesome. Let me know if you managed to do that. Great serve there, saving another break point for the against Thiem there. So Medvedev serving well under pressure. Karthik saying, will you be keeping a live stream rundown for the tennis quiz? Don't want to miss it. Yeah. So look, the logistics, all of that, I do have to come up with and work on it. But the idea would be plenty of notice for everyone, and then I might even have like a registration link, only because when you, like a free registration link, because then you get like a, let's say, a prompt email, which is another way to not forget. Turn the notification bell on, and of course it wouldn't just be me starting the stream and boom, the quiz straight away. We would put a little bit of a time for everyone to make sure they are in there. But I think that would be a really fun idea and something. It'd be interesting to see who comes out on top of that. Juice, by the way, in this game seems to be a very important game. Has been a long game. Thiem now definitely in the ascendancy. Wow, another simple forehand there for Dominic, and he puts it long. So a very unforced error there from Dominic, and it is game point to Daniil Medvedev here. Wow, I can just see we have hit 20 thumbs up for the video. Thank you so much to everyone who's dropped a thumbs up. Awesome stuff. Let's watch this game point together for Daniil. Good first serving, and the worst drop shot I have seen all week from Daniil, and it becomes juice now here. I can see quite a few chat about the Olympics. Sorry, I've not been following it too well. Not quite sure what the Olympics is, but I think it's a case of will Novak or Roger ever win an Olympic gold. I think next year, so it would have been this year, of course. Thiem very upset with that forehand now, shouting at himself, but his game point to Medvedev. But yeah, I think next year's Olympics is the last chance for Novak to win an Olympic gold. I don't see Roger winning, perhaps Roger as well, but yeah, next year's Olympics, last chance for Novak or Roger to win an Olympic gold, I think. For Roger, definitely the last chance. Novak, I don't know, in 4 years' time, I don't know. If but yeah, definitely this year, last time. I remember after Roger lost the 2012 Olympics final, Medvedev holds, by the way. I remember after Roger lost the 2012 Olympics final against Murray, he said he wanted to be back for Rio, and I was like, he's not going to be back for Rio, or he's not going to be competing anywhere near the highest level for Rio 2016. And it's crazy to think he's going to take part in Tokyo 2021 still in the top 8. For me, that is absolutely crazy. Service of the Olympics in Tokyo will be a hard court. 2024 Olympics, I believe, is in Paris, and I think someone on the chat last time said that it's going to be on the clay courts of Roland Garros, so that would be very interesting. I'm just going to take a little bit of a, let's say, comfort break. Just need to go to the loo. I will be back in very shortly, just coming from the loo. So please don't leave. Take part in the great discussion and chat happening in the live chat, and I will see you guys back in a couple of minutes.
too. It's been a wonderful residency for the tour finals. It's coming to an end next year, the first 5 years in Turin for this event. We came up with an impressive offering, and it was taken by the ATP, so we get from London. So I'm sad about that. Well, very sad.
Forehand volley rather than the fall itself. Should have been 15 up, but now it's up 15. Alex Stover, Thiem's long-time physio, been on the tour a long time. Michael Sheik in the 90s.
Sheik, one of 3 men who made fed these championships and saw his matches and came back and won. One of the most underrated champions of all time, Michael Sheik. Service motion.
Talked about the importance of first serve percentage in this second set on the team. 89% first serves. Only hit 2 second serves.
He changed the pace, the direction, the spin. Medvedev was throwing everything at Thiem, trying to get him to lose rhythm.
I did just watch that point just off screen, and I thought like, I'm going to finish it before I jump on again. For me, point of the match so far, absolutely brilliant point between the pair there. 24 shots, Medvedev winning it, and of course setting up another break point, still yet to convert. So it is 40-30 in this game, but 30-40 rather. Let's see if Medvedev can take it. It's brilliant play from Dominic, and Medvedev does go long. So great play in that crunch time from Dominic Thiem, and it's now juice at 4-3. Great to see that you guys stuck around during, let's say, my little time away. But yeah, it is juice at 4-3. Let's see as we enter the crunch time of this second set. Second serve here from Dominic. Great return from Medvedev, got a lot of depth into that. Same with Thiem, hits the line, exchanging backhand to backhand. Now Thiem goes for the backhand slice, followed by a Medvedev backhand slice. Switching to forehands now. Another backhand slice from Dominic Thiem. Medvedev tries going down the line. Cross court, forehand now. Both players going cross court, and Medvedev just hits it out. and it is now game point for Dominic Thiem at 4-3. Wow, that was so close from Danu there. That's like a millimeter.
Fine margins as ever.
So yeah, game point here for Dominic Thiem, having saved a break point. Both players very low slices. I can hear Danu's racket hitting the floor every time he hits the slice, but he does hit that backhand straight into the net, and we are at 4-all here.
And they get into these slice exchanges, I really feel it favours Thiem. He's got a better slice.
So, which way is this going, guys? Are we going to be treated to a deciding set, or will Dominic wrap it up in straights? Brilliant play there from Danu. 15 love. I think I don't know how you guys are seeing it. For me, I don't think there's been much too much of a difference between the two players. They're showing us that Medvedev has come to the net a lot more than Dominic Thiem, but I don't think there's been an awful lot of difference between the two in terms of quality or in this match. I think it's been very close. I think the quality has been at a good level, but yeah, let me know what you think. NB saying Medvedev will win. Little brave, perhaps, judging by the scoreline, but of course, this second set is anyone's right now.
Because when you're hitting the ball that hard from the baseline, it's almost inevitable that it's going to go deep.
Great serve out wide there from Daniil Medvedev. It was 15-all, so a little bit of pressure perhaps, but now it's 30-15. Another great serve out wide from Daniil. Gets the volley, probably does not do enough with the volley, but still wins the point as Dominic goes and hits the forehand into the bottom of the net. So 40-15, seemingly a relatively comfortable hold for Daniil here. This time serving down the middle, great serve again. Thiem hits the return long and is 5-4. So a very comfortable hold to serve. And now, of course, Thiem will be under pressure for these service games as he is now serving to stay in the set.
Keeps his nose in front, 5-4. Been to the net 24 times in a match, Medvedev, and on 16 of them it's proved profitable.
Gold Wolf, you're gonna have to do something so we know that you're the real Gold Wolf, because there's so many Gold Wolves now. You've become quite notorious in the YouTube community.
1972 Wimbledon champion, but he won this in 1970 in Tokyo. The facilities have changed a fair bit. The Metropolitan Gymnasium in the centre of Tokyo held 10,000 people. There was no heating in there. And Stan will tell you that the changing rooms were just a one light bulb. They didn't have any practice facilities. They were practicing on clay outside before they went indoors. Nastasi was a great champion of this event in the early years in 71, 72, 73 and 75 as well in Stockholm, 75, you beat 4.
So from my understanding, the
when you were twice a part of this big show, did it feel different to play in this 8-man field?
Yeah, massively. I think when you're turning up,
Can anyone hear me?
the only way you can qualify is your
Not quite sure what's going on with my stream right now.
And because it's in a small group, it feels extra special. Normally, you're at a tournament. There might
Just let me know, guys. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me?
other competitors.
My internet, I'm not sure exactly what is happening. But yeah, please do let me know if you can still hear me, see me, take part in the chat.
Things are moving in the right direction. Obviously, he had a knee surgery and then had to have another minor procedure.
But he's ready for another campaign. Andy Murray as well, ready to.
Yeah, likewise, working hard in London and hopefully building up that fitness so we can see him back on court more consistently in 2021.
I'm not quite sure what happened there. I think the stream maybe perhaps went off or something like that. But I hope you guys are back here now again. Yeah, awesome. Glad to see you all returning. Yeah, sorry about that. Not quite sure what happened there.
Both had their moments from the back of the court, but still, the area that team's been better tonight is this first serve.
Strong opening to this service game from Dominic. He is 30 love up now in this 5-4 game, so there was a bit of pressure where he could have lost this set if he was broken, but yeah, so far good play from Dominic. But yeah, sorry, as I was saying earlier, I think before it got cut off or something, regarding the roof, what he does is, from my understanding at least, the ball becomes heavier, and what that affects the play is Rafa's top spin is not nearly as effective in these heavier conditions. So let's say the zip or the bounce that a Rafa forehand generally generates is not it's not anywhere near as perhaps the French Open, and that is why on the clay Rafa is so dominant, because on the clay that's where his top spin style of gameplay really benefits from the high bounce and the slower conditions. Really strong overhead smash there from Dominic. 40-15 now.
Ceiling here, which was an aid to the 17,500 people in here running replays and scoreboards. It would have hit that, but it's not here, so it doesn't hold back, does it?
40-15.
Great serving.
And a great hold of serve there from Dominic.
His career average and season average is, well, his career average is 60% first serves, Dominic Thiem, and I think it was 62% this year. It's been a good year, first serves, and that's why Thiem is labouring, hammering home the point. He's missing so few firsts.
Really good point there from Danu. 15 love, straight away gets the initiative in this service game.
Medvedev's ground strokes are, team's only lost 6 points in the 5 service games in this set.
Awesome backhand there from Dominic. Really should win the point and does win the point, so it is 15 all now.
That's the one, good use of the slice, then gets the opportunity to plant that right foot on the backhand team and drive the topspin backhand cross court.
The lob from Dominic going just out, so Medvedev now 30-15 up, and Thiem does not look very pleased with that shot there. It does seem like we could be on our way to a second set tiebreak here. Dominic, of course, beating Novak yesterday in a third set tiebreak, a tiebreak which he was 4-love down, and a lot of us probably would have predicted ace there from Danu, by the way. A lot of us probably would have predicted Novak to come through. I mean, Novak was 15-1 in tiebreaks going into that third set tiebreak for this year. And then 4-love up. Thiem played some spectacular points, especially at 5-4. That backhand cross-court winner was just something else. And he won the match. So 40-30 here for Daniil. 1 hour 39 minutes into this match. So neither player should be fatigued at this point. Medvedev serve and volley, plays it absolutely fantastically. 6-5 Daniil Medvedev. Brilliant serve and volley there.
He's trying to do something which nobody has ever done at the season-ending championships over 50 years, and that is to beat the top 3 players in the world. Nobody's ever done it here. It's only ever been done 3 times at any event. Stockholm in '94, Becker. Montreal 2007, Djokovic. Now banned in Madrid 2007. Had to come back from a set down in the final, as well as the semi-final against Nadal. But Medvedev is just absolutely in this contest. I like the way he's trying to change what Thiem sees.
Yeah, that's right. When your opponent is returning from that far back, if you want to serve and volley, it gives you a lot of time to get to the net. It's not the most elegant of forehand volleys, but it's getting the job done. Come to the net 27 times tonight, and he's won 19 of those.
A lot of banter happening in the live chat. Please do join in if you haven't. The live chat, great conversations taking place. And you see already as well, 23 thumbs up for the video. Let's try and get that to 30 if we can. As you know, the more thumbs up, the more engagement, YouTube will then promote it to a wider audience, and it really does help the channel grow. We've just passed 2,970 subs, so only 30 away now from 3,000 subs, and we're trying to get that before the end of the year. And be saying who is the let's say the best next gen player. So for me, of course, Dominic Thiem is not a next gen player. He's 27 years old. He's kind of in that middle gen, let's say. And then from the next gen, it's probably the 4 players are Medvedev, Tsitsipas, Zverev and Rublev, who are like doing the best so far. And I think out of those 4 players, I do think Daniil probably is the better of those players. That's just my opinion. It is very close, and of course, Zverev has come the closest to winning a slam, and Zverev has won, let's say, more like of the bigger tournaments. He's won the World Tour finals, I believe 3 or 4, I think 3 Masters 1000 as well. So but I think his, let's say, progression has slumped a little bit. Great winner there from Daniil, and it's 15-all in this service game. But for me, Daniil Medvedev looks to be the best out of the next gen quartet.
But this didn't help him. His forehand clipped the top of the net. Gave Medvedev a little bit more time, but still a good passing shot.
Medvedev will be very upset with that return of serve there, going straight into the net. So it is 30-15 rather, on Thiem serve at 6-5. Looks like we are in for a second set tiebreak. Yeah, so Kartik saying Denis, Shapovalov, Felix and Yannick. For me, they're not next gen. They're probably the next gen. I think they're calling themselves Gen X or Gen Z or something like that. But yeah, definitely those 3 are very, very exciting prospect. Probably the most exciting is Yannick Sinner. Medvedev goes wide with the attempted forehand down the line. 40-15 for Dominic here. I can see NV saying Liverpool 2, so I've not actually kept up to date with the scoreline of that. But for me, it's showing Liverpool 1. So Liverpool 1-0 against Leicester, but I don't know if they've just scored right now. Medvedev spraying a forehand inside that forehand, giving Thiem the game, and it is now 6-all and a very interesting tie-break about to come. I think Thiem has been very good in tie-breaks this year. Of course, winning one of them against Novak yesterday. Did lose one against Novak, but I mean Novak is probably one of the best players in terms of tie-breaks. But yeah, let's see. Will Thiem wrap this up in straights, or are we about to have a third set in this match? Is it me? What would you say? I don't think this is Medvedev's best display this week. I think he's definitely not playing at the level that I saw him play against Novak or even Schwartzman, and I do think he played better against Rafa yesterday as well. So do let me know what you think in terms of Medvedev's level today. But yeah, Thiem does get that early mini break. Great serve down the tee, pretty much painted both lines. Couldn't have placed it better if he wanted to. And yeah, he's now 2-love up and opening up a little bit of a lead now in this second set tiebreak. Almost a double fault there from Thiem. Hits the line just about on the second serve. We're into a rally now. Both players exchanging backhand slice to backhand slice. Now Medvedev's powering up a forehand, goes down the line. Very not very powerful at all. Approaching the net now from Danil. And it was a passing shot that Thiem probably should have made. But it is 2-1 and Danil gets that mini break back. Yeah, you're right, NB or Gold Wolf. Jota has been on brilliant form. Yeah, he is 2-0 to Liverpool. And yeah, Jota has been magnificent. I do think he deserves to start ahead of Firmino now. With the front three of Salah, Mane and Firmino. I think Salah's got COVID-19 right now. But yeah, definitely an impressive start to his Liverpool career from Jota there. And Thiem now, another forehand that he should be making very comfortably, hits it long, and it's 2-all now. From 2-love, it is 2-all. Yeah, I think with the injuries Liverpool have had this season, I mean, like, yeah, they'll still be second in the league, but only by goal difference behind Spurs. Spurs looking very impressive. Do you think Spurs can win the league this year under Jose Mourinho? But yeah, so 3-2 to Danil. He's turned it around in this tiebreak, and now it's back on serve. 3-2 to Danil Medvedev in this tiebreak. Wow, great 4 points there from Medvedev, and now he's 4-2 in this tiebreak, and definitely with the, let's say, the advantage, got the mini break in this tiebreak.
Team by surprise. Medvedev getting on top of the second serve, hitting the return cross court and following it in.
Thiem now getting ready to serve. Just gained another subscriber by the way, 2,972 subscribers. Really picking up the pace now, which is awesome. 4-2 to Thiem, serve out wide. Danil gets the return back, chases down the following shot as well. Danil playing really good defensive stuff. Great cross court there from, and Thiem hits another forehand long, and it is now 5-2 to Danil Medvedev. 2 mini breaks, and now with 2 serves of his own to win this tie break. So 5-2, and now if Medvedev manages to keep his 2 service points, then he is taking us into a decider. Wow, did that serve land in? Must be just about. Thiem, brilliant get, but then hits the net and his following shot. 6 points in a row for Danil, 6-2, and it is looking more and more likely that we are going to have a decider. 4 consecutive set points for Danil. This will be one of the, and yep, Danil serve down the middle. Great end to that second set from Danil. 7 points in a row, and just amazing tie break from Danil, and he's now 7-6, and we are into a third set decider like both semi-finals. What a fantastic weekend of tennis, and really glad to have been able to share it with you all.
It was absolutely fine. It was a huge raw, massive respect. You can see how they changed over the years, can't you?
They're just showing the highlights of the 2010 final, which Roger won in 3 sets against Rafa, and it's been such a nice, let's say, trip down memory lane watching this. So every changeover, every break, they show a previous winner in London. I think that's been such a great little idea, let's say, from the BBC. But yeah, it's always great to see
Backed it up in 2011.
see the previous winner. So 2009 winner Davydenko, followed by Roger in both 2010 and 2011. Djokovic won in 2012, 2013, 2014 and 2015, 4 years in a row. And then the last 4 champions since then, all different players. Andy Murray in 16, Grigor Dimitrov in 17, Zverev in 18 and Tsitsipas in 19 last year. And of course we're going to have another different winner this year. Who's it going to be, guys? Let me know. Will it be Danil Medvedev or will it be Dominic Thiem? Who have you got now? We're going into a final set. So Gold Wolf, I don't know if that's the real one or not, but he's saying 400 weeks potentially for Novak. I think 400 is too much. I think so. My prediction is that he ends on 360. That's how many I think Novak ends on. That's about another year or so, just over a year from here. But yeah, let me know what number you guys are coming up with. I asked this question in a few live streams this week. I've heard a lot of 350, 360, 370, and a few people have even said 400. So yeah, let me know how many weeks you think Novak will end his career on as number 1, and is 400 a shout? And if Novak was to reach 400, would that be his biggest achievement in tennis? 400 weeks at number 1. Let me know.
He looks a real, he's a great prospect.
He certainly is, yeah, incredibly impressed with his improvement. Won his first title this year, played very well against Nadal at the French, and maybe next year to qualify for the World Tour Finals might be a little bit early, but he's going to be here at some stage.
He's around about 37 in the world, I think. Somewhere around there, or is he 27? He's not top 20.
Not yet, but moving in the right direction.
Yeah, way too many Gold Wolves here, guys. But yeah, let me know what you think in terms of how many weeks will Novak remain as number 1 or end his career on number 1.
Happy to stay with your man Medvedev on this one. You'll pick before.
Yeah, I do. I don't think he has played the tennis that he's been playing in this event so far, and he's done extremely well to get back on level terms. I expect him to play.
Really interesting final set coming up, guys. Great opening rally here, really powerful from both players. Great defense and offense from both. Thiem missed the net and Medvedev wins the first point of this third set. Love 15 on Thiem serve. I think that's Olga Anic Anichkina. Sorry, my Russian alphabet reading isn't very great, but Olga Anichkina, I think, is saying that Medvedev will win today. I can read a little bit of Cyrillic, but as you've seen, not great. Karthik saying Novak might get to 320 to 340. So for Karthik, not many more weeks at number one for Novak. And the reason he's given also is that once Novak breaks the record, he shouldn't focus on it too much and schedule accordingly with slams. So play less tournaments, and that really could give an opportunity. But I mean, the number one spot, what it is it's not just how a player performs a couple of weeks or a summer or, you know, in a little part of the season. It really is a prolonged, let's say, consistency. And are the next gen or Dominic Thiem showing that they can have a prolonged time of year? I mean, Thiem has had probably his best year so far, but even then has crashed out in tournaments that were a bit of a surprise. Oh, Medvedev will be very upset by that. He was love 30 in this game, but it is now 30 all. Yeah, and Edgar, that is completely true. If Novak keeps performing well in slams, then of course those points keep adding up and will keep him nearer the top. You just need to really and truly perform well in slams and masters. And then of course the World Tour Finals for that bonus, let's say, point push. But yeah, if you perform well in slams and masters, you're naturally going to stay near the top of the world. Great play there from Dominic, so really turning this around. Love 30 to now 40-30 for Dominic.
Both players recognise the importance of these first few games.
Sadiq saying Rafa will win all the slams next year. I think that's a bit of a reach. I don't think any player is going to achieve the calendar slam. I think a few years ago we could, like in 2015, 2016, Novak maybe had chances to do that, but then ended up not doing it. And I think his time is gone as well in terms of achieving a calendar slam. Of course, in 2015, Novak lost the final in the French Open against Stan Wawrinka after winning the opening set. I think, or it's either the set 1 or 2 that he won. But yeah, that was the only Grand Slam match he lost that year. In 2015, Novak won the other 3 slams. So yeah, he was pretty much, let's say, could have beaten Wawrinka. Of course, in 2016, Novak did achieve the out from Thiem, and it is juice in this opening game. Novak, of course, achieved the Knoll Slam, so he did hold all 4 slams. But yeah, I think that the years are gone where any one player will hold all 4 slams, at least for the big 3. Edgar asking, would Novak prefer Olympics over another French? I think at this time, that's actually a really good question. Which would he prefer? I think so. If it was a question of next year, which one he'd rather win, I think he'd rather win the Olympics personally, because of course it's not going to come around again, and another 4 years, and he could still win French Opens in following years. So I think if it was a case of you asked him next year, which one would you rather win, he'd definitely say Olympics. But if it was like a career thing of would you want another French Open in your career, or an Olympics gold, I think that's a bit more of a difficult question because of everything of course the French Open would bring. It's another slam, gets him closer to the tally. Wow, great play from Thiem, and also great play from Medvedev, and Thiem does win the opening game after a little bit of pressure there.
Yeah, just to see whether he made contact. Yeah, he's just checking that Thiem didn't make contact with the ball on the opposite side of the net, which he didn't.
Could possibly go down as the worst challenge of the year.
Thank you, Mohammed.
Great umpiring there. One of my favourite umpires, by the way. Very funny chap, Mohammed Liani.
His voice modulates beautifully. Do you remember Steve Ulrich as well? Some of you will. He had the richest, deepest voice of all the umpires.
And Naga Rajan saying Thiem is going to be a big threat to Djokovic in Australia and Olympics next year. Yeah, I think Thiem will be a big threat on all hard court and clay court tournaments. Still waiting to see how he does on grass, of course. Edgar saying that he can hear Thiem grunting from my mic. I don't know if you want to turn it down a little bit. Is it a big issue? Do let me know, guys. Some brilliant ground strokes here from Thiem. Brilliant defense from Medvedev, but does drag that one out wide, and it's 15-all on this Medvedev serve. SJ saying Thiem might have fallen into the same trap as Rafa did yesterday. We shall see. Brilliant point there from Bridge. Mehta saying the reason he's predicting 350 weeks as number one for Novak, so another year, is because there's no point drop until March. Just gonna watch this point, guys. Medvedev and Thiem locked in some hard hitting ground stroke. Medvedev Thiem hits the net, and it's 30-15 to Medvedev on serve. But yeah, he's saying that Novak has nothing, basically nothing to defend in the Sunshine Double Indian Wells at Miami next year, which is very true. Which is very, very true. So yeah, definitely for Novak, he, for me, should enter the clay season still as world number one. And then he's also gone on to say, just bear with me, guys. Great defense by Medvedev so far in this point, but very loose forehand there, straight into the net, and it's 30-all. Saying that if Novak can hold the world number one until the US Open, then both Rafa and Dominic would drop 2,000. Novak would only drop 180. Yes, that is true, but I mean, look, that's a big if as well. Novak has 2,000 points at Wimbledon to defend. Thiem has basically nothing at Wimbledon to defend, so works both ways. But of course, if he has a good, let's say if he wins Wimbledon and perhaps wins Australian Open, then Novak is looking good to end world number one for a 7th time, which would mean he has the record outright. Of course, right now he shares the most year-end number ones with Pete Sampras at 6. Both Rafa and Roger have 5 each, so that is something that Novak is ahead on, but I'm sure he would like just that one more year to put him outright as the most year-end number ones. And to think of the era he's done it in, absolutely crazy.
Coach Masu.
So yeah, great point there from Edgar, and I think Naga has agreed to it as well in the live chat. Good serve and volley from Medvedev. Thiem does get it back. Medvedev goes light on the overhead smash. Great shot from Thiem. Great defense from Medvedev. Great down the line backhand from Medvedev. He's 40-30, so game point. Medvedev paints another line with the forehand. Now down the line with the forehand. Great defense from Thiem. Hits it long, and it is 1 all in this third set. Brilliant, brilliant rally we were treated to there.
It's down low with the slice, it's up high with the top spin, it's out wide with the angles.
1 now. And yes, I'm actually really glad that this match wasn't over into it's the final tennis match we are going to be watching this year, so I'm glad we're watching a deciding set. Let's hope for a deciding set tiebreak as well. That would be let's say the perfect send-off for this tournament as well. As you know, the final tournament or the final World Tour finals in London, it is moving to Turin from next year. I can see 34 people on the chat. I hope you guys are having a good time. Please do join in the discussions in the live chat as well. Some great questions, discussions, banter taking place. And if you haven't already, please do hit that like button as well. We're on 24 likes. Would be awesome to try get to 30. It really does help promote the channel. So if you're enjoying it or have ever enjoyed the content here, please do drop that thumbs up so YouTube can then promote it and make it viewable to, let's say, a broader audience. So that would be awesome. Did look out there, so love 15, a little bit of an opportunity here for Daniil, maybe. Let's see, especially if he wins the next point. Love 15 on the Thiem serve.
And coming into this match, Medvedev has been significantly better on return of serve than Thiem, but tonight he had 3 breakpoint opportunities, hasn't managed to break a serve.
You're sensing it.
Wow, sloppy from Dominic there, and it is love 30. Big opportunity here for Medvedev. Love 30. Although he was love 30 in the previous game as well. But it does seem like Thiem's level is dropping. Thiem has not been broken in this match so far yet. He was not broken at all by Novak yesterday. So this is his 6th consecutive set of not being broken. So some great serving. I thought Thiem, it was the best serving display I've seen, at least from him, against Novak yesterday and today as well. Serving not probably as great as he was against Novak. Wow, Thiem had the whole court to aim for and has dragged it out. Love 40, 3 break points here for Daniil. 3 break points here, guys.
Footwork let him down there. Thiem didn't get into position for the backhand, and all of a sudden,
what's going to happen here, guys? 3 break points for Daniil. He's already had 3 in this match and has converted none of them. Will Thiem be broken for the first time this weekend? Novak, of course, could not do it in 3 sets yesterday. Medvedev in the opening 2 sets today was not able to, but he's got 3 consecutive break points here. Thiem plays the first one absolutely brilliantly. Medvedev perhaps could have done a bit more with the return, but Thiem saves the first break point. 40-15. Great serve on the second serve, so it is now 40-30. Really good play here from Dominic. Just thought I'd put that little star thing there because he's serving. Medvedev will have a second serve to look at here. Thiem has served saved 2 break points so far in this game. Will it be 3? Looks like it will be 3, and it is 3. Thiem has saved all 3 break points, and he is really playing so well when he's facing break points. So well. Medvedev was love 40 there. Will he rue this missed opportunity? But yeah, 6 break points now Medvedev has had, and all 6 times Thiem has saved it.
you have to take advantage, Medvedev.
Wow, what a forehand down the line there from Dominic. So much power. Advantage Dominic. So 4 points on the bounce here for Dominic. From love 40 down, he now has a game point advantage.
He's a good 6-7 feet, almost as if his weight's going backwards, but the racket end acceleration and how flat he hits that one. I think there's many harder hitters out there.
And does great serve there. Medvedev hits it straight into the net. 5 points in a row there for Dominic. Thiem, really great stuff, and it's 2-1 now. So that was really ballsy.
Ready for a match like this. Only playing matches and being in these situations. I think particularly about the 15-40 swing that Medvedev took. Right shot, didn't work out, but it's the right thing to do. You just got to beat the other guy. Doesn't matter how you do it.
I think the one shot that you would question was the love 40 point. He had the second serve return and went with the chip forehand. It was very defensive, very cautious, gave Thiem the opportunity to attack.
But isn't it true that you see so many young players practicing and they become very good at practice? You know, you've got to play. You know, just
Awesome stuff to have 41 people on the live stream, guys, and we are on 28 thumbs up as well. If you haven't already, please do hit that thumbs up. Let's try get it to 30 thumbs up. As you've seen already, it really does help promote the channel. YouTube sees the engagement, promotes it to a wide audience. We've gained over 50 subscribers already this week, and we're only now 28 subscribers away from 3,000. That would be awesome if you can get to that before the end of the year. But yeah, we're on 2,972 subs. Awesome stuff, guys. Gaining new subscribers every day, really good. Yeah, if please do check the live chat, take part in it. Some awesome discussions, some chat, great banter in that live chat as well. A question I'd like to ask everyone, please do drop your opinion, is who do you think needs this title more? Do you think Thiem needs this win more, or does Danu need the win more? Please do let me know. Thiem, of course, has won a Grand Slam already, but perhaps not as many big titles as he should have. 17 titles altogether, but only 2 big ones. Medvedev, on the other hand, 3 big titles compared to 8 total titles. This would be the biggest title of his career. So yeah, let me know who needs this or a little bit more. Out. Yeah, great opening 2 points there from Danu, and he is 30 love up here. Naga saying, while playing big points, Thiem has gone for risky winners in this tournament, and it has helped. However, not sure if he can keep nailing it in the future. 40 love here, by the way, for Danu. And yep, agree with you, Naga. I think Thiem has played high risk tennis. It has paid off, but I don't know how sustainable it is. It does seem like a lot of viewers, or Edgar, Gold, Karthik, all saying that Thiem needs this tournament more. Bridge, on the other hand, thinks Danu needs it more, just to upgrade from 1,000 ranking points to 1,500 ranking points. Edgar saying, to be the best, you need to string tournaments together. Runner-ups and odd wins makes you good but not great. Yeah, Bridge could go from 1,000 to 1,500 to 2,000 for Medvedev. You never know if he was to win the Australian Open next year. But yeah, it is 2-all. Sorry, I'm just being quite slow with this right now. But yeah, I think I do agree that to be a really, let's say, a great player, you do need to win a lot of, let's say, back-to-back tournaments, have consistency, and not the odd title here and there. I think that's something Thiem does need to work on ever so slightly. But Thiem is a fantastic player and a great player, of course. Definitely, I'd say the most improved this year. Perhaps I know we've had Yannick Sinner, etc., but I think Thiem will be very, very happy with the year he's had. .30 love, so unlike his opening 2 service games, under no pressure here for Dominic Thiem in this service game. He was love 30 down in the opening game of this third set, and then he was love 40 down in the previous service game. He managed to save all the break points, so yeah. Naga saying that Thiem needs this more, as he needs that confidence after his US Open win. Of course, he's not won anything since that US Open victory. Only played a couple of tournaments, to be fair. Djokovic didn't win majors for 2 to 3 years, well 3 years after his first slam. So yeah, Novak of course won the 2008 Australian Open and then did not win another slam until the 2011 Australian Open. But that was really the start of, let's say, the Novak era. Just had a sublime 2011 after, let's say, employing a gluten-free diet. Great defense from Medvedev, they're sticking in, and from 30 love, it is now 30 all.
From Medvedev, just ask the question one more time.
Being pushed on your own serve to juice it to 30 alls, losing the first point, maybe going about 30. As Thiem is, it's like body blows in boxing. Being softened up here.
Very loose forehand there from Thiem. So I was just saying how this game has been very comfortable for him, but from 30 love, it is now 30-40. Medvedev with another break point, and it'd be quite let's say a bit of poetry if the last game, when we all expected him to break, he didn't break, and then all of a sudden in this game he breaks. So out of nowhere really, Medvedev with a break point. Good down the tee serve from Thiem. Wow, I cannot believe how aggressive and how amazing Thiem is playing on break points. Just spectacular stuff.
Not a lot Medvedev could do there. Big first serve, got the opportunity on the forehand.
So yeah, Thiem saves that break point, and it is now deuce. Really good ground strokes for Thiem, setting himself up for the volley. Great play from Dominic there, advantage Dominic Thiem.
Again, another example where Medvedev's slice backhand just doesn't quite have the penetration. Thiem was able to get round and really dictate with the forehand, move forward and put the volley away.
Advantage Dominic Thiem here. Wow, brilliant play from both players, and the rally is still going on. Oh wow, what a point that was, by the way. It was game point to Thiem. Both players played some fantastic shots, and it is juice here now.
Red close call would come up from the digitals.
The speed of movement's one thing, but it's actually getting there and then being able to do something with the shot at the end of the run. And Thiem nearly made that backhand. Brilliant play from both men.
Great defense from Medvedev here. Oh, hits the top part of the net, and Thiem gets another game point here. Edgar predicting an injury for Thiem next year because of his hitting style. Is that because he's going for too much power, or perhaps a wrist injury? I don't know what injury you're thinking he might get, but let's hope not. But definitely a very aggressive and hard-hitting, explosive style that Thiem has. Medvedev making Thiem run side to side here. Thiem very good defensive play to stay in, and now can slowly work his way into the rally, but he cannot as he hits the net, and it is juice again in this game. I can see we're on 31 thumbs up, which is awesome stuff, guys. Thank you to everyone who's dropped a thumbs up. Has been a pleasure. We've done a few live streams this week. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will try to do more. I'm trying to increase the quality, of course, as well. So I've got the webcam on the way. I am using a friend's webcam, but I've got myself a webcam. Going to hopefully, let's see, work on the lighting or background, etc. And a mic as well. And wow, Medvedev a little lucky there, but does earn himself another break point on this advantage Medvedev. Bridge asking, has Nick Kyrgios changed his profession? Yeah, he's been I don't think he's played tennis at all since the COVID-19 outbreak. I'm not sure, but not sure what he's doing right now. Great serve there from Dominic. Saves yet another break point, and we're still on juice now.
Won't help Medvedev's state of mind.
If Thiem can come through this game, you know, Medvedev has had opportunities in pretty much all three service games this third set. If Thiem just keeps holding on, then Medvedev might get frustrated. And yeah, we'll see. But it is juice, and Medvedev will get a look into a second serve from Thiem here. Thiem hits the net again with the forehand, and it is break point for Daniil Medvedev here. Another break point, guys. I think this is his 8th break point of the match. He's not converted any yet. In this game alone, it's his 3rd break point. He just needs to do something different. A very out first serve from Dominic. So Daniil getting a second serve here. Will he finally break? Thiem has not been broken all weekend, by the way. Is this the first time Thiem will be broken? Medvedev in the net, in the ascendancy, and he puts the volley away, and Thiem is broken. Wow, wow, wow. Great play from Daniil. So impressive. And Thiem for the first time all weekend has been broken.
With that little tool he had over 20 years, he's finally broken down Dominic Thiem. You've got to be impressed with that.
Yeah, it's great match play. I mean,
Medvedev, of course, in this match as well, has only been broken the once, which was in the opening set. No breaks of serve in the second set, and now he has finally broken Dominic Thiem in the third set. Novak could not do it yesterday in 3 sets, and finally Thiem is broken after saving 8 break points. Is this final now turning towards Daniil Medvedev? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. A lot of you guys, yep, Medvedev has the break. But yeah, let me know, is Medvedev now the favorite for this tournament? Before the match started, I did do a poll. Over 200 people voted on that poll, so a really big audience, and it was 52% in favor of Dominic Thiem. So 52% predicted Dominic Thiem would win, 48 predicted Medvedev would win. So over 200 people, so that was a really close result, and I think a fair result, and I think one I would have agreed with, where it was a bit over 50-50 with Thiem as the slight favourite. But now, is Medvedev the slight favourite? He just needs to hold, I say just, but 3 service games for him to hold, and potentially could win the biggest title of his career.
And that's just ready. Just tapping us into this game here. That fades away, and Thiem, who's been just under so much pressure on his own serve, that it is exhausting to constantly be under threat. Now what does Medvedev do now? With a break.
Great serve down the tee from Medvedev. 15 love. How impressive has Medvedev been this week? Before Paris, I am sure no one predicted Medvedev to win Paris and do this well at the World Tour Finals. A lot of people were saying he doesn't even deserve to be in the World Tour Finals simply because you know, a lot of his points came from last year, not this year. So that's what a lot of people I know were saying, that he doesn't even deserve to be here. And now look at him. He's won every single match this week, beaten Novak in straight sets, beat Rafa in the semi-finals, and now a breakup in the decider against Thiem. This match, of course, still not over though.
Point at the net there.
I shouldn't be behind. I'm watching it on live TV, so I mean Medvedev has just taken the serve for 15 all, so I don't think I should be behind. And Medvedev is now 30-15 up, so I'd be very surprised if I was behind. I am watching on live TV. Maybe the stream is a little bit behind, I don't know. What do you guys think of Medvedev's style of play? I've asked this question pretty much every time I've seen Medvedev play. It's such an unorthodox style. It's very different to anything I've seen before. And every shot Medvedev takes, it just looks a little awkward. And it looks like every shot he takes, it's going to hit the net. A few of my friends really can't stand watching him play. However, I absolutely love watching him play. I really enjoy unorthodox style of tennis and something different, and I feel like Medvedev brings that to the table, and just watching him play I enjoy it. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you find it awkward, or is it something different? It does go out long there from Medvedev, so it is 40-30. I think so. I can see myself on the stream. The stream does show a few seconds after what it's transmitted here, so that could be the reason, unfortunately. Yeah. Wow, what a return there from Thiem, and from 40-15 it is 40 all. It's juice.
Perhaps didn't have the element of surprise there. Thiem knew that Medvedev coming behind the second serve, and he was able to find the angle on the dipping backhand return. 15 back to juice.
Juice, yeah. A great serve down the tee from Medvedev. Thiem's return goes wide. Advantage Medvedev. Can he make it 4-2 here? And he'd be almost in touching distance of the biggest trophy in his career. Medvedev serve and volley, but Thiem, oh, that is out. Wow, how did he miss that? Crazy miss there. But just bear with me, guys. It is now 4-2.
Lucky to get away with that backhand volley.
Medvedev lucky, yeah, to get away with that volley there. Did not do enough with it and really should have lost that point.
Something of a free game for Medvedev. I don't think for a moment he'll back off. But at 4-2 up, closing in on victory here. Does he go for it just a little more?
Great opening point there from Thiem. exchanging ground strokes with each other right now. Medvedev going for the inside out backhand, does miss it, and it does seem like a fairly comfortable game this for Dominic, 30 love up. $30 love up for Dominic Thiem here. Let's see what he can do. A great serve out wide, lands in. Medvedev questioning it a little bit, but it did land in, and now 40 love, and it does seem like a routine hold of serve here for Dominic.
Good work from Dominic Thiem. He's bound to be downhearted, but still in this.
So Thiem serving at 40 love. Great serve again, holds to love. That's exactly what he needed, and it is 4 games to 3.
Hardly surprising the boys are feeling good. When you beat Djokovic and Nadal, both of you, it is the right final. Amazing form. Medvedev's form might surprise some. US Open finalist last year, this year's US Open winner, Dominic Thiem.
Medvedev 24, he's won 8 career titles, he's won 3 at Masters 1000 level.
3 of the last 6. Oh no, he's absolute quality. I wonder how good these boys will get at Wimbledon on the grass. What do you think?
It's definitely their toughest surface. Again, when you've got these types of weapons, it's much harder to defend on grass than any other surface. So if you are serving as well as they do, and the ball bouncing a little bit higher than they're used to, I'd like to think they have an opportunity of playing well on any surface, but no doubt grass will be the toughest.
Dominic Thiem closing in on the world number 2. Nadal in the rankings. That's what those rankings will be in 1 year's time. Much to be decided.
Will Daniil get that break of serve, or will Dominic get the break of serve, or will Daniil hold on? Let us see. It is 4 games to 3, deciding set. Medvedev does have the break of serve. He just needs to hold 2 service games, and he will win his first ever World Tour Finals title.
Some great tennis and some wonderful atmospheres over the years. We've got a great atmosphere. We've got a great match.
Great point so far from both players. Thiem hits the net with the forehand, so 15 love to Daniil here. Really good rally there, guys.
In the old days, I suppose that's 25 years ago, big players didn't move as well as this. So mobile.
Great serve there from Medvedev, so 30 love. That's completely fine, Kartik. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us all week. It has actually been a pleasure, and of course, when the quiz or trivia happens, looking forward to you joining. Of course, there'll be plenty of content coming out on the channel, and if not live, then do leave your comments on the comment section. That would be great. What a 125-mile-an-hour second serve there from Daniil. 40 love now, so 1 point away from almost touching the trophy. This match has gone on for 2.5 hours now, so like both of the semi-finals, over 2.5 hours long.
The stats didn't give him that one.
They didn't think that was coming into the net.
No.
Well, he was.
some amazing volleys there from Danu. What a game. 5 games to 3. That was spectacular, and now only 1 game away.
His career, he's already been announced at the very top of the game. This is quite exciting to see him emerge like this, 24 years of age. So much ahead of him.
Great opening serve there for Dominic, 15 love. Wow, what is going on here? A routine overhead smash at 15 all, and is now 15-30. Daniil only 2 points away from victory. That was a shocking miss there from Dominic. Good recovery there from Dominic, and it is now 30 all. Really could not afford to lose that point, as he would have then had to face 2 match points or championship points. Yep, Felix, I agree with you. Thiem does seem a little bit flat right now. Yeah, let's see which way it's going to go. 30 all. Medvedev definitely in the advantage and the favorite now to win his first ever World Tour finals. We were always going to have a new champion. Of course, neither of these players have ever won this trophy. It would be Medvedev's biggest ever trophy and the second biggest for Dominic, who's won the US Open earlier this year, and he's now 40-30. So from 15-30, danger averted a little bit, and does seem like he is going to force Daniil to serve it out.
Serve out for this title.
Great inside out serve, forehand from Thiem, and it is now 5-4. And don't go anywhere. Medvedev will be coming out to serve for the match.
Right, this is going to be interesting. Medvedev never takes too much time. A little bit like Dustin Johnson when he's playing his best golf, as he did at the Masters recently.
5-4. Daniil Medvedev will be coming out to serve for the World Tour Finals trophy. Let's see how it ends. If you haven't already, great to see so many of you guys here. By the way, we are on 34 thumbs up. Let's try and get to 40 if we can. If you haven't already, please do drop a thumbs up. It really does help the channel grow. It helps YouTube promote it to a wider audience, and we've seen it work this week already. So many new subscribers. We are now almost at, of course, 3,000 subs, and we're trying to get that before the end of the year. So if you haven't already, please do hit that thumbs up, and also if you haven't already, please do drop the sub. Great ending to this match. We've been treated to 2 good semi-finals and a good final. Great matches actually. Yeah, not the best ever, but definitely great semi-finals and a great final. So could not really have asked for a better ending for this tournament. And of course, being the last World Tour finals taking place in London.
So it's when you win them. second set tiebreak, 7 straight
Ah,
for Medvedev.
it's been a lot of tennis, so third consecutive match, almost pushing 3 hours every single match. So been live streaming for a very long time this weekend and my back hurts a little.
Could be the last game of the ATP finals.
This could be the last game of the ATP finals in London, so tune in, guys. First serve going into the net for Danil. He does seem to always play a little bit quicker when he's playing well, and he is playing well. What a second serve, unbelievable angle he found there, and it's 15 love here.
104 miles an hour out wide. Wants to play these points on his own terms.
Great serve again, Dominic hitting it out. 30 love for Danil here.
Not hanging around.
Playing unbelievably well in this game and playing very quickly. He's barely giving Thiem time to think. Another great serve, but Thiem does manage to get a return in with good depth as well. And now we're in the rally. Oh wow, what a down the line backhand there from Dominic. Anything you can do, I can do too. That's what he's trying to say there.
4 miles an hour.
What huge backhand.
Back into play and then drilled this backhand down the line.
30-15.
It's been 40 love, but now back to 30-15.
And Thiem will have a second serve to look at here. That did look out there from Danil, and it's 30 all. A little bit of a wobble here, 30 all. Very, very interesting couple of points coming up for sure.
On the tee, 30 love. Let's go this time.
Yes, Felix, what a down the line backhand there from Dominic. Out, yep, and wow, it was a great serve from Danil. Thiem's return goes just long, and we have a championship point, 40-30. Is this the last ever point in the O2 arena? Great serve out wide, and Medvedev has won the title. Amazing play, absolutely fully deserved, absolutely amazing.
Great mates, great friends, professional and personal respect.
Just want to get a picture of this moment.
Thiem ahead in that second set breaker. Medvedev 7 straight points, and he was the best player in the decider by a margin. Quite brilliant. The first player to beat the top 3 players in the world at the season-ending championships. Has only been achieved 3 times. Since the start
He has
of the ATP.
definitely deserved this.
So a
He's beaten
performance.
the 3 best players in the world to go on and win this title. Absolutely phenomenal play. Massive congratulations for Danil Medvedev.
And that's it for London. Great to have been here for 12 years at the O2. A glorious dozen.
Guys, let's keep it respectful. Amazing performance. Let's congratulate Danil Medvedev. Superb stuff. And that is it for London. Unfortunately, no more tennis in the O2 arena. Very sad moment for myself. They're showing all the previous winners here right now.
It's wide. London joy for Djokovic. Another great tennis achievement for Andy Murray. On debut, the youngest champion ever.
And now you can add Daniil Medvedev. Hasn't it been 12 glorious years?
What an absolute amazing tournament we've had. I hope you have all enjoyed the great week we had. What I am going to do, I am going to wrap it up here, and then I'm going to come back on stream straight away for like the, let's say, the little 10-minute video recapping the final and what we've seen. So please do join me again for that. That is going to be great. So that'll be like a little recap. So I'm going to go off right now, and then I will